And before you guys say, oh, Brandon, well, this sounds awesome, but it's probably just a pie in the sky pipe dream, here's this next clip where they admit, no, this is likely going to get overturned and the Democrats are cooked.
Mark, the fact that the Supreme Court decided not to rule on this case, not to give it the back of the hand like we expected that they would, and for them, without even being asked by the parties to rule on this particular issue, this was just about one seat in Louisiana. And instead, the Supreme Court came forward and said, you know what? In fact, let's just hear a case on the merits of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act altogether. Does the fact that they asked for that without being asked to hear this case, the fact that they did it unto themselves, does that suggest that they may be more inclined to rule against Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act?
Yes. And I wish the answer were no. But, one of the things, Brian, when you and I started doing this series, we made a deal with one another and with you, the members of the audience. We're always going to tell it to you straight. We're not just going to give you the happy news. We're going to give you the straight news. And the truth is, this is not good news.
But what's the range of when we can expect a ruling?
Yeah. So look, I think that there are two windows I'd be looking at. Okay. The first is early in the term. So think January or the first week of February. Now, why do I say that's the first window? Because if the Supreme Court wants to rule in time to affect the 2026 elections, it's going to have to issue a ruling in that time window, right?
So the Supreme Court is hearing arguments this week and will likely issue a ruling in January. This will give red states time to redraw their maps ahead of the 2026 midterms and nullify the Democrats' arbitrary 30-seat advantage. And we already know the Democrats have an 8-seat advantage in Congress due to the miscount of the 2020 census. Combine that with the population decline from self-deportations and the mass deportation effort, you're looking at a swing of probably 40 to 50 seats heading into the 2028 elections. I mean, guys, the Democrats are finished here. You're looking at a future where the best case scenario for the Democrat Party in any given election is maybe, possibly, closely tying to Republicans. They'll still be competitive in the Senate, which means they'll still be able to obstruct and stifle in that House of Congress. But what it does mean is going forward, any Democrat legislation will have to pass the House with a significant amount of bipartisanship from Republicans. No longer will they be able to just cram radical, woke, progressive legislation through the House and then pass the Senate. The Democrats have been able to hold an outsized representation of power in the name of social justice. Black people are only 13% of the population, so it's unfair and unreasonable to imply that they should have their own specific set of representation, especially when white people, their supposed oppressors, don't vote at a 95% rate against black people. And in places where there's a lot of black people, there's also a lot of white liberals. So there is no proof to support the claim that black people or Hispanic people being grouped with white people in the same district inherently suppresses their vote due to racism. This is a huge, huge win to the America First agenda and American-loving patriots who are tired of seeing the country dictated, held hostage, and ran by people who hate the country. The Democrats will be forced to return to normalcy and common sense. And if they want to continue to be the party of radical, woke, anti-American ideology, well, they can enjoy permanent irrelevancy as a minority party with no influence. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. This was an awesome one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notification bells so you never miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.